goes again.
Here we start.
Here we start.
Round 2. Welcome to episode 2, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. It's Trick or Tea Beach.
It is ghosts.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah, we've changed.
Mm-hmm.
We've grown up.
We're no longer life coaches, unfortunately, because we kind of reared you in with that in the first episode,
Yeah,
eh?
we got that title taken away from us.
We really did, but no, we didn't actually, but we could have.
Yeah, we could have been good life coaches.
We could have. We really could have.
Hi.
Hi. So yeah, basically, I'm going to jump right in because I found this interview on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was, for better lack of the word, howling at it. You
Oh,
understand?
okay.
Oh, it's just brilliant. So I'm just going to play you it, right? And I'll sort of, I'll talk you through it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's called Interview with a Werewolf.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh my God, just wait. It's the beginning though. It's just the beginning. The little... So of course they had to put a howl in because werewolves and that they had to make it most legit as possible.
Yep.
So basically, this interview is with this guy called Russell,
Mm-hmm.
who has his face like blurred out on the camera, and they've distorted his voice.
Oh no!
In case he gets arrested for being a werewolf.
For being a werewolf.
For being an actual werewolf.
It's happened.
So
it's happened.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
How did you feel afterward?
How did I feel? How do you think I felt? I just killed a teenage boy.
Wow.
Right. First of all,
What?
no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Right? Of course you didn't kill a teenage boy because you wouldn't sit and say that on camera to someone
Yeah.
interviewing you. Okay. Okay.
Did you think I grew up thinking, oh, maybe someday I'll tear apart some kid with my own claws. I'll chew
Claws. First red flag.
on his innards with my own teeth.
Oh.
It
Yeah.
was a dream come friggin' true.
See, no, there's no swearing there because
Yeah.
he's what? A werewolf? He's not a...
Swearwolf.
Hell yeah!
Jesus.
Amazing.
That's what it was. The next day,
The laugh.
I found his forearm in my garage.
Right.
He's laughing about it. It's a good time.
He's like, you know what's funny? I found his forearm in my garage.
And his legs in my bed.
Is what he refers to the forearm is. Just, right.
I must have brought it back after killing him and stowed it there. Like a little doggy bag.
A fucking doggy bag, right? The werewolf, aka Russell, has been out on the prowl. He's obviously caught some flesh.
Yep, some little boy.
He's had himself a wee snack, and he's brought back the arm because, I might want that later.
He's
Do you know what I
thinking
mean?
about it.
So he's quite a smart werewolf,
Yep.
clearly. He's thinking, I might get hungry later when I'm home, so I'm not going to eat it all now.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Come on, Russell.
Russell,
Jesus.
you sound crazy. I'm sorry.
Teenage boy leftovers. So I felt aces. Aces.
You felt aces?
Aces.
What does that mean?
It's like, I felt good, man.
Sure.
Felt aces, bro.
You felt ace? Okay.
Do you have advice for other werewolves to make sure this doesn't happen to them?
What would your advice be if you were talking to... If you were a werewolf and you were like up-and-coming werewolves, the young guns, the top guns,
Right.
what would you say to them?
I'd be like, I've done this for a while, and doggy bags. Remember your doggy bags.
Definitely bring back a piece of the body. 'Cause
You'll
might
be hungry tomorrow.
You might be hungry later. Christ. Okay, now are you ready for what he says?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some advice. Don't get loose.
Don't get loose.
Don't get loose.
So basically, take a lead with you. You know what I mean? Like,
got a
when you see
friend.
people that like chain their dogs to like bollards when they nip into the shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So take a leash with you so you can bind yourself to a tree at least so you don't get loose.
Don't get loose.
Don't get loose, because all those teenage boys apparently that are mysteriously being eaten by a werewolf that no one's talking about.
I just don't get how happy he is that he killed the boy and then says, don't do that.
Yeah, like genuinely he's acting so candidly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, well that happened. How do you think I felt? I didn't want to do that.
But
Right.
it was awesome.
It was awesome. Okay.
Oh my.
That's my advice.
Yeah. And again, it finishes with a howl. The interview finishes with a howl. It's brilliant. Honestly,
Oh.
like,
How did you find that?
I don't know. Okay, so I must have just been scrolling about YouTube, as
Yeah.
you do, watching absolute rubbish. and just
came
found
across-
this interview with a werewolf.
You mean hidden gem?
This hidden gem, clearly. Guy called Russell, bless him. I wonder what he's doing now. He's probably out on the prowl.
He's got loose.
I don't know if it's a full moon tonight. If it is,
Uh-oh.
then I mean, you could be listening to this on a full moon, guys. Who knows?
Oh.
Boo, bitch, scary,
Boo bitch scary.
mad. So yeah, I was poorless laughing at that. It was so funny. I was just like, this guy's nuts. I wonder if he actually believes he's a werewolf.
How do you think I felt?
So there's another interview
Okay.
with his wife.
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy's like, how does it feel to be married to a werewolf? And she's like, oh, you know, it's just like kind of having someone that works sort of like offshore or whatever. She's like, you know, he goes away for a couple of days in the month and stuff.
Kills a
And
couple
then he
boys.
comes back and we don't really talk about it. So he just goes away for a while and then comes back. But it's totally normal. Best part is she's pregnant as well.
Uh-oh. Wolf
And the
boy.
guy's like, are you worried about your baby might be a werewolf? And she's like, no, because of course not. It's not how it
Yeah.
works.
I wonder why. Maybe
Mm.
because your husband is just crazy.
Yeah, clearly. He's nuts. I mean, you know what? Fair enough. Good for him. Shouldn't judge, eh? Like, if he wants to live his life as a werewolf, just don't
Don't kill boys.
kill teenage boys and leave their arms in your garage.
Boys' arms
You
in
know?
doggy bags, not cool
Yeah.
idea.
Funny thing is, I was like, she's sitting, and then it kind of just was all quiet, and then she goes, can I use the bathroom? So she's clearly like, okay, I need to get out.
Yeah,
So
this-
she,
this
she
is
just
awkward.
got up and left
She's
that house,
lat-
wherever she was.
She just ran, jumped out the window in the bathroom.
Was out of there.
Oh.
But you know, all this stuff comes from legit stuff, I guess, the whole werewolf thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's all the crazy stuff that went down in France in the 1500s, which was the werewolf trials.
I did not know
Yeah.
about this.
So it's basically the same kind of like thing as it's like the Salem witch trials, but basically it spread from like Germany, Switzerland, France,
Yep.
all through Europe during the 1500s, where basically people were being accused of being werewolves. But it started with a serial killer.
Right.
Started with a serial killer called Peter Stump, I believe his name is.
Oh, Pete Stump. Wait.
Have you-
I'm thinking of Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy.
Different kind of guy. Don't know if Patrick Stump's a serial killer. He could
Are
be.
you? Maybe he's a werewolf.
Maybe. One of their vampires.
Oh,
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
You remember the
Oh.
video for the song? I can't remember what song it is. Oh, wait. Something about 16 candles. No, not that one. The one where
Yeah.
it's like...
Well, they're in that as well. As
Oh,
vampires.
so they are. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, your story.
So yeah, just going off topic there. A wee bit of Fall Out Boy background for you there.
Love Fall Out Boy.
So yeah, basically this guy, Peter Stump, who'd admitted to being a serial killer, murdering 14 children and 2 pregnant women.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
it's
Stumpy.
Pretty dark, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, so basically he met a pretty grim fate where the townspeople removed the head from his body
Okay.
after they'd peeled his skin off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They
Just
peeled
for a
his
wee
skin off
snack?
and they beheaded him. And the worst part is they put his head onto the body of a wolf. Where they cut the wolf's head off and they put this Peter guy's head on the wolf.
Poor wolf. Peter and
almost
the wolf.
as like a warning to other people who practice, you know, the lycanthropy, whatever it is. So that's obviously the whole werewolf stuff, animal transformation,
Yep.
bullshit.
Bullshit. It's
Spooky
real.
bullshit.
It's
Could be real.
real.
But yeah, it was pretty dark. Like thousands of people were killed for
Jeez.
being, you know, alleged. So it's like alleged werewolf or wolf-related crimes, whether it be turning into a werewolf.
Oh, it's happened a lot.
So obviously someone saw that happen. He's like, oh, he's definitely a werewolf. We need to get him out.
It's just a guy with really hairy arms. Like, no, I'm not.
He's like, I'm not, I promise. And they're like, nah, you are though. Like, we can see you. Hey, we've seen you howling at the moon and that. Clearly. Or for being a wolf charmer.
Oh,
So,
well, you have a dog.
you know, but that's like, but what would you call a wolf charmer? Like if you had a dog and you whistled on it and it walked over to you and
Wolf
sat down in
charmer.
front of you, definitely a wolf charmer.
You got a husky. Uh-oh.
Husky, yeah. Mad. Yeah. So a lot of people died, you know, over the years because of these trials.
Yeah.
So same as sort of the witch trials, isn't it? But
Innit?
in it though. But they were werewolves apparently.
Wow. What a
There
life.
was also this guy who lived in Paris who was convicted of the same crimes. But his name has been wiped from like historical records because apparently the crimes he committed were so horrific that they literally just erased him from history.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. So he did some pretty weird stuff. Basically what he would do is he'd lure kids into his shop. He was like a tailor in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
He would lure kids into the shop and then, like torture them and all this horrible stuff.
Wow.
And then he would eat them, like to the bone.
Oh.
Would eat their flesh straight from the bone, basically. Like, obviously, a werewolf would, I guess.
Yeah, well, they do.
Mad. He would also go prowling in the woods at night.
Nice. I do that as well, but I'm not a werewolf.
Where he would also hunt other children. But then again, it's like, how many kids are running around the woods at night in France in the 1500s? I mean, maybe
fine.
a few, but yeah, so it was nasty. And then it's like, they sort of, they went into his shop, like, the police and stuff, I guess. They charged into his shop and they found like barrels of bleach that were full of like his victims' bones.
Oh.
So he was bleaching the bones and, all
nasty.
this stuff. I don't know what he was going to do with them.
Keep them.
He was a tailor. Maybe he could have done something with them. Made some fashionable coat with bones.
It's your bone suit, sir.
Bone suit, yeah, basically. But yeah, he was found out and he was burned at the stake.
Oh.
Which is pretty grim.
Yep.
Kind of sad as well, going back to Peter Stump. They burned his mistress. He had a mistress.
Oh.
Yeah, so they burned her at the stake and his daughter as well.
Oh.
Which was nasty.
Ah.
Yeah. Pretty
That's
scary.
not nice.
Pretty nasty stuff. So
Yeah.
they took this werewolf thing very seriously in Europe back in the day.
Me too. I'm a werewolf hunter.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I do in my spare time. Now I'm not a life coach. I've got to do something.
We've taken up different things, different hobbies, different interests, really.
Yeah, you're a vampire hunter.
I believe the term is vampire slayer.
Oh, sorry, Buffy.
Come on, Buffy. We've referenced Buffy in the first episode, and we're doing it again. We love Buffy.
I love Buffy. We will do our own Buffy episode where we just talk about how much we love them.
Hell yeah.
All
Who
of
doesn't love Buffy, though?
That's true.
There's probably a few out there, but
Anyone doesn't like Buffy listening? That's fine.
you're probably in the wrong
Please.
place, to be honest.
We need you to listen.
Yeah.
You're
basically.
okay.
So yeah, werewolves, not swearwolves,
Yep.
is what we're going to take away from that. Friggin'.
Friggin'. Do we have to start saying friggin' now?
He said friggin'. Hey, mad. How do you think I felt? I was crying, honestly. He was like, what? Madness.
Well,
Oh. Oh, here he goes. Clearing his throat.
I have a story for you.
Mm.
Written in by Thomas Berdino.
Oh.
Wee Thomas.
Thomas is one of our listeners, I believe.
He is.
Amazing. He emailed in with a story.
Yes.
I'm very excited to hear this.
It's a good one.
Awesome.
I have to say, Thomas, this is very well written.
Oh.
I actually had to look up one of the words because I cannot pronounce it.
Amazing. That's great.
So I'll just get started.
Yeah, go for it. Dive right in there.
Okay. This one is called The Ghost Librarian.
Oh.
So, like I said, this is from Thomas Berdino,
Uh-huh.
and it's about a ghost in his town of Hutchinson, Kansas.
Nice.
So, Mrs. Ida Day Holdsapfel was the head librarian at the Hutchinson Public Library in Hutchinson, Kansas, USA, from 1915 to 1925, and again from 1947 to 1954.
Okay.
So she left for a wee bit.
I was going to say, did she have a wee break?
I don't know what she was doing.
Ida. Found herself, went travelling. I don't know.
I doubt it. From
Well,
this
she might
story.
have- yeah, you never know.
So when Ida Day began working at the library, she quickly established herself as a dedicated and often difficult library administrator.
Feel that.
We all know one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One former co-worker summed up Ida Day's personality thusly: she was a librarian 24 hours a day.
A woman.
What a life.
Hey, I mean, commitment.
Imagine coming home being like, oh, do you want some dinner? Shh!
This is a library. No speaking. Her husband's like, no, you're home. She's like, shut up.
Shh. Shush.
Shh.
Do you want to get out of here?
Hey, do you have any late finds? Because I will find out.
Where are the books?
You'll be banned.
Okay. By all accounts, Ida Day was a very prim and proper woman, the stereotypical old-school librarian.
Mm-hmm.
Ida Day was known to reduce her fellow employees to tears because of her harsh criticisms.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So she was a bit of a battle axe.
A wee beach.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything because she's dead.
Well, just because she's dead, but
Ida,
if she was a meanie
are you
in real
here?
life, that doesn't mean we should be. Well,
She might be here.
okay. Ida, are you here? Knock once for yes. So she's not here then?
No. She insisted on having formal tea with her staff every day promptly at 3 o'clock.
Formal tea.
That would be so shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
so they have
fuck.
to get dressed up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Just,
formal, so I guess so.
yeah, just like sitting there. Imagine it's like 2:45 and you're like, fuck, I can't get out of
You have
this.
to get changed into like a full ball gown just to sit and drink a cup of tea and eat a
Hello,
cucumber
Ida.
sandwich
While she shouts at you.
while she screams at you. Jeez.
Yeah. Older residents of Hutchinson who remember the librarian verified her reputation as a stern taskmaster and an omniscient presence in the library.
Good word.
Yeah, good word. Had to look it up. I'm learned.
Yeah.
She was known to chastise anyone for disturbing the silence rule, and she would readily eject young people who were giddy enough to laugh or cause a disturbance within the walls of her sanctuary.
Jeez.
Sounds
Her
like
sanctuary.
hell.
I mean, do you know what? That's her space. Quite
I
right.
know.
You know, follow her rules if you want to be in her space.
Take a chill pill,
Yeah.
but apparently
Shh.
not. Sorry, Ida.
Mm-hmm.
One woman reported, "Yes, indeed, we were afraid of her. You didn't dare talk or act silly in her library."
I'm just imagining this woman in my head. She looks like just a
I
typical librarian woman, just angry,
Yeah.
furious.
Just like,
Not like the nice little old lady on Ghostbusters
I know.
in the library.
Well, she did shush them.
Yeah, but she wasn't like a meanie.
She did scream in their face and throw ectoplasm on them.
Wait, I'm talking about the woman, the living one
Oh.
that was in the library, the
I thought
little old
you meant
lady.
The ghost one.
No.
Oh.
You know, I don't know. I haven't seen Ghostbusters in so long.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Can't
Right.
say it's my favorite movie. Yeah.
Watch what you say.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Shh.
Okay. Shh. It's the library.
So Ida Day left Hutchinson in 1954 to take a job in California.
Uh-huh.
But she never got to share her tea at her new job because she was killed in a car accident on her way to her first day of work.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, Ida.
that's a shame.
Shortly after her death, Hutchinson Public Library employees began reporting strange incidents, sounds, and even ghostly apparitions.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Getting spooky.
Yep. Voices were heard in rooms that were empty. Footsteps were heard where no one was walking.
Cliche.
Yeah. And visitors were tapped on the shoulder only to turn to find nobody there. I mean, I still do that. Oh, hey!
Oh, spooky.
I've just tapped them on the other shoulder and ran
Just
away.
got pranked.
You pranked.
Stupid prank.
Okay. Most employees refuse to go down to the basement alone because that is where Ida Day prefers to haunt.
Why the basement, though?
I don't know.
Like, if she was all about the library and the books, why would she go to the basement?
Good point.
You know, she wants to be with the pages.
With the pages.
Yeah.
Live within those pages,
Mhm.
Ida. The figure of an imposing, stern older woman has been seen in the shadows below the basement stairs.
Ooh.
If she is displeased, she will emerge and demand to know what is going on before slipping back into the shadows until she disappears completely into the darkness.
Demand to know what's going on.
What's going on
Literally,
here?
just so this ghost just appears every so often and just be like, hi, what's going on?
What's
and then
happening?
they're like, oh, this is what's going on. And she just goes, okay, and just transparent, like disappears into the background.
Yep.
Love that for her.
The library staff and patrons who knew Ida Day say she was intimidating enough alive, and that as a ghost, she is that much more terrifying.
Well, yeah, anyone would be.
Yeah, that's
You
true,
know.
but especially a librarian. I mean, come on.
No one gets less scary as a ghost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you never know. There might be a lovable ghost out there.
Well, Casper,
Oh,
he
he's
was
a friendly ghost.
he was so friendly.
He
Almost
was.
too friendly.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
like, wait,
whoa.
what? That makes you kind of think,
Back off.
yeah,
Stop touching me.
get out of my shit. You know? But then there was the three bad ghosts, his pals. Well, they weren't really his pals. They were more like his bullies.
Well, it was his uncle's, wasn't it?
Oh, so it was.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not doing well in the movie front here.
No. That's 2 for 2. You-
That's 2 for 2. No way.
Come on.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
Her dedication to the library she loved has become a continuous surveillance as a ghostly form. Oddly, an article published in the Hutchinson News in 1954 regarding Ida Day's resignation from the library to take a new job in California may have offered an eerie foreshadowing of Ida Day's ghostly residence in her beloved library. A quote from the article reads, "Ida Day plans to retain ownership of her home and will eventually return to Hutchinson. Evidently, Ida Day is home to stay forever.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas, for that. That was cool.
Yeah, very cool ghost
Spooky
story. It was very spoopy.
Spoopy.
Yeah.
See, there we go again.
Oh,
So random.
so
You never know, Will.
fucking
Is it
random.
going to be spooky or is it going to be spoopy? Sick.
Sick, bro.
Absolutely sickening. Do you know what else is sick?
What?
A man
Oh.
who claimed
Oh.
that he'd been to hell
Oh.
and then came back.
Oh.
Yeah. This is weird. So I found this again on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There was this guy, and I think it was God, I can't actually remember 100% what happened, but I know he died. He was basically pronounced dead
Okay.
by paramedics. I think it was a car accident, right?
Oh.
And he claimed that he visited hell
Okay.
in those, I think it was like 5 minutes that he was dead or something like that, and then he came back. They brought him back to life, obviously.
Yep.
Somehow, so they resuscitated him. But he described it as basically like a block of cells,
Oh.
but the cells were made of fire. Like walls of fire almost. And
Jesus.
this is the because I was a bit like, oh right, anyone that says they've been to hell is going to say this.
Yeah.
He said that he saw Hitler there.
Oh. Hiya.
Hitler was there.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. A bunch of other people that you would kind of expect to be in hell.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't really think off the top of my head, but you know who I'm talking about.
We will not say names.
The baddies.
The baddies.
Yeah, but he talked about there was a girl there as well in hell. So she
Okay.
she'd been sent to hell for whatever reason, and apparently it's because she was basically like Wiccan.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was kind of in touch with the whole nature, crystals, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, all about the earth and that. And apparently
Yeah.
that's really sinful.
Oh.
That if you dedicate your life to the earth, like the trees and the plants and the rocks, and kind of like hippie vibes and that. Apparently
Yeah.
that's really sinful because it goes against kind of
Oh, no.
because it's almost like devil worship.
Yeah.
Because you're worshipping like the earth or something like that.
You're just hugging a tree.
Yeah, and it was a
fine.
bit like, what? Surely, like those kind of people would be like welcomed with open arms to heaven or whatever. I don't
Apparently
know.
not.
Apparently not.
No. Don't hug those trees.
And then it was like he was basically surrounded very quickly by all these sort of like demonic creatures that were grabbing at him and like biting it, like ripping chunks of flesh off his body, basically. But they were doing it not because they were like hungry; they were doing it for fun, basically.
Oh, funsies.
The weirdest part was that he said they did stuff to like humiliate him, but he didn't want to talk about what it was that they did because it was so like disturbing, basically.
no.
And I'm like, whoa,
Well, just
spooky.
me going into a crowded room.
Basically, yeah.
Like,
And it was like then he heard a voice that told him to pray,
oh,
and he started praying.
okay.
He basically called out in the darkness for Jesus to come and save him.
Jesus.
And then there was this light appeared, obviously,
Yeah.
and then Jesus was there.
Oh.
Jesus was there, and they took him away. And he was also greeted by guardian angels who basically fought off these creatures.
Oh, nice.
But when they started praying,
Mm-hmm.
the creatures started to get really like sort of like irritated and agitated, and we're just kind
Stop
of
it.
like, stop doing that.
Ow.
I don't like it. So yeah, I went away with these angels,
Mm.
and they basically went through his life. You know, all the stuff that you hear, like, oh, the angels, like, they'll judge you and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And he said that they were going through parts of his life, and Jesus was there.
What,
Jesus
in his
was-
life?
No, Jesus was there while
Just
they were
in the
reviewing.
background, like,
like,
hiya.
like a PowerPoint presentation, like going through his life. So like clicking the wee thing, just like, oh yeah. So
Oh, wait.
so
How
we're
do you
going to
get
talk about
view?
this day, basically. So
Do I
you
start from this slide, or
so-
do we go back to the
It's
first
like, you were a
one?
very naughty boy that day, weren't you? And they're just kind of like, he's just stood there like shrugging his shoulders, like, I'm sorry, please can I come into heaven?
You killed that boy.
But apparently, they were gonna. So they said they were gonna let him go,
Okay.
like bring him back to life, but like let him go back
Yeah.
to life or whatever, because he wasn't ready.
Mm.
And he turned to Jesus.
Oh, pal.
It just sounds so wild. He turned to Jesus and was like, "What should I do,
Yeah.
like in life, to make sure that I don't go back to hell when I die?"
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Jesus was like, "Love the one you're with." And he
Okay.
was like, "Yeah, but what else?" And Jesus was like, "No, that's it. Love the one you're with." Apparently, it's all about love, and if you're nice to people, that's what they. So apparently, personal achievements on Earth mean absolutely jack shit
Right.
when you get there. It's
just
basically
love.
on how you approach people and how you are with other people. If you're nice to them, then sure. So basically, the moral of the story is don't be an asshole.
So what you're saying is, if I just put my headphones in and ignore everyone, I'm going to hell?
No, it was more a case of like how you interact with someone. Just
yeah.
be nice to them. You know, don't
Give
be
them
a
a
dick.
kiss.
Yeah, give them a little kissy. Random people on the bus, kiss them on the cheek. Just be like, hi.
Hi.
I'm just being nice because I don't want to go to hell.
On the
That
forehead.
person probably slaps you and runs away.
They're going to hell.
But they're going to be the ones that end up in hell because they did a bad thing and they treated you badly. They slapped you and ran away, whereas you're going to be the one that gets to go to heaven.
You're just kissing people.
So,
Beep, beep, beep.
tip for the future, guys, on your way to work and stuff in the morning, kiss everyone on that bus
Kiss every single one.
or that tram or that train or that plane or that car.
Not
Everybody-
while they're...
all these modes of transport that you're in, kiss everyone.
Kiss every single one.
Mhm.
Including the animals.
Yep. When you're on a plane, make sure that you make it to the cockpit, fight past everyone, burst into the cockpit, kiss the pilot on the face while he's driving the plane.
Driving the plane.
Well, whatever. Pilot in the plane, you know. And, you know, if that plane goes down because of that, you're going to go to heaven.
Oh, that's true. And everyone else that slapped you away.
So that's what you can take away from this episode, guys.
Kiss everyone.
Yeah. Spread the love and all that.
Wait, are we saying... Do you need consent? Because I feel like that's...
Well, yeah, because it's just a wee, like, peck on the cheek.
Yeah, but you need to ask first,
Well,
surely.
of course you do. But also, like, I don't know, just spread the love.
So I think...
Scream in the faces of these strangers, I'm going to love you, is that okay?
Jesus told me to love you.
Yeah, Jesus told me to love you. Again, I'm like, yeah, fair enough, I get that.
Yeah, give me a kiss.
No, the Jesus thing, not the whole, like, I'm going to kiss strangers.
Oh, okay.
The whole, like, if Jesus is like, just be nice to people, it's not that hard.
Yeah. It is
I get that.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if I met
It is
Ida Day...
sometimes.
Oh,
The stern librarian that we just spoke about.
I'm not kissing her on the cheek.
Well, you don't have to worry because she's not here anymore.
She's right behind you.
Is she?
Yeah, she's just shushing
It's
me.
those fines catching up with me.
Yeah.
Shit balls. Thank God for Audible, am I right? Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hint, hint.
This one
Mm.
is called Ariana's Demon.
The Queen,
The
Ariana.
Queen, Ariana Grande.
Hell yeah. We love
So-
her. Big fans.
Yeah, after we talked about her for quite some time on the last podcast, I ended up finding...
Sung a few of her hits,
yeah, well,
which
I mean...
you know you're going to hear very soon.
yeah, it's going to happen. I mean...
You will.
I'm into you. I'm just saying. Don't do it.
Okay, I'll hold off. I'll hold off.
So, yeah, found this one. Apparently, in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
Ariana, as always, was doing a massive tour.
Yes.
Because, of course, she's
Of
going
course
to.
she's touring, yeah.
Yeah. And she decided there's apparently a very, very haunted cemetery called Stull Cemetery outside Kansas City.
Okay.
So, it's supposedly one of the 7 gates to hell
Ooh.
on Earth. Hmm. And apparently the Pope will not actually fly his Popemobile over the cemetery.
What? No, because if he's the Pope, then surely he'd be able to handle that kind of stuff. He'd be like, no, I'm the Pope, so fuck you, demons. Do you know what I mean? I am the Pope.
I am the Pope.
He is Pope.
Nah.
No
he's-
disrespect to the Pope, by
It's
the way.
just like, I don't want to talk to Satan again. I'm done with shouting abuse at him.
He's been there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think is so funny? You know when you see like, just like the Pope sits and watches like The Exorcist, like on his nights off, like with popcorn, just like laughing all the bits. With
Not
the priest,
real.
Just like, ha ha, been there.
No, he's like, so not true.
Hey, it doesn't happen, guys. Or Jinky maybe watches Young Pope.
Yeah,
The TV
he's
show, Young Pope. He's like, oh, well, yeah, they're not wrong.
No, they're not. Maybe that.
That did happen.
Yep.
I did look like Jude Law back in the day.
Oh, man. I'll be
Mhm.
all over that.
What a man. What a man.
What
What a mighty good man.
What a mighty good man. So,
So yeah, Ariana.
Ariana decided to go with some pals to this haunted cemetery.
Fun. Just to be night out with our pals.
Exactly.
To the cemetery.
Let's go. No, apparently she's all about ghosts and demons.
Yeah.
and-
Like I said, guys, she will be on the podcast very soon.
oh, God, I wish.
Imagine.
I
We'll get Ariana
wish.
up here.
Ariana,
She'll come
come
on, do a wee episode with us.
Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Yeah. So,
Okay, what happened?
they were driving. So they were in the car, which, I mean, is probably a good idea. Because, there's demons everywhere.
Yeah, and a car will protect you from that.
Yeah, that's how it works. I thought.
Yeah. Well, the Pope thinks that in his Popemobile.
Exactly. So, they're in the car, and then she gets this, like, proper smell of sulfur. And apparently that's supposed to be linked to demons.
Well, yeah, because it's like fire and brimstone and blah, 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 sulfur. That's what hell smells like, I guess.
Yeah. I just think that there's someone in the car being like, yep, definitely a demon.
One of our friends is just like, there's a demon in here, guys.
There's definitely a demon. I mean, I didn't just have a wee fat.
A wee fart.
A wee fart.
Just a little.
He's like, demon!
Oh, massive demon here. Okay.
So that was the first sign that something wasn't right. And then apparently a fly, I mean, I don't really believe this, but a fly came onto the car.
A fly?
Yeah, on the windscreen, and apparently that's a sign of demon activity.
Well, again, what movie is it? Balls. There's a movie and there's a priest and he's in the bathroom and...
That's Exorcist, isn't it?
I think it is The Exorcist, actually.
Or I'm thinking of the Scary Movie version.
Literally, I was just going to say, I know what happens in the Scary Movie when all the flies are over his head and he's trying to poo. Help me to release this demon! Oh, so nasty.
Scary Movie. What a film.
Classics.
So, they were a bit freaked out and they're like, we better go. And Ariana was like, well, maybe I should like take a photo first.
Yeah.
So she took a photo.
For the gram.
And in the photo, there was apparently 3 demon faces in there.
Okay.
She was like, oh, that's like creepy. So she left the cemetery.
Yeah.
Decided to send, now I don't believe this at all, but she tried to send the photo to her manager to be like, how fucked up is this? But there was an error message that said, cannot send 666 megabytes.
Okay, what? Sure.
So essentially, the file was too large. I don't know if one photo is going to be 666 megabytes.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. But then again, there was 3 demons in it, so it's probably quite a big picture. You know,
a
there's
lot of
going
pixels.
On. You need a lot of pixels for all those demon faces. Just kind of like, baby smile, pose.
So, yeah, I don't believe that.
Okay.
But she got home and she decided to go for a wee sleepy because Ariana's had a busy fucking day.
Yeah. Dodging those demons.
Yep. And then she heard a loud rumble right next to her bed.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was like, what the hell is that? So she opened her eyes and then the rumbling stopped. She saw and heard nothing. But as soon as she closed her eyes, it started again, but with whispering as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. So she said that she had these horrible, disturbing images in her head when she would close her eyes. Really, like, freaky.
Oh.
And she was like, right, I need to phone a friend and, like, cry my eyes out.
Yeah, like you would. You'd be like, help me, please, someone.
Yeah. So as she was calling her friend, she got better service on the other side of the bed. So as she moved, there was a massive black cloud on the other side of the bed.
Ooh.
This massive thing. And she was like, OMG.
Yeah.
So she watched it move from the side to the front of the bed.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God, what is this?
That was such a good impression.
Thank you. Even better.
Yeah.
She had to move from side to side.
Fuck. Fucking hell. Excellent. Absolute 10 out of 10. Okay.
Thank you.
She's been there all night. She's been there all day.
She's just got to break free.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Keep going. Thank you, next.
Oh, no.
Yes, you know you wanted it.
Well,
You wanted it.
she tried to call them back and just kept on getting 7 rings. This just shows how much of super fans we
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Wow.
what actually happened was, she was on the phone to her friend, was really freaked out,
Yeah.
and then eventually fell asleep
Yeah.
and woke up and it was gone.
Oh.
And that was apparently the end of it. Now,
okay.
what I take from this is no demon
No.
can destroy the queen.
Absolutely not. I mean, she probably sat there and thought to herself, I'll get through this. The light is coming.
No, the demon looks at her and goes, God is a woman.
Everything's just going to get sweeter.
Hey, you've got your phone up. You're looking at
Yes,
those
I know
subtitles.
I am, but you know I like these songs. I mean, when you think about it, all you have to do is just keep breathing and breathing and breathing.
That demon was just ghosting.
Yeah. She said to that demon, good night and go.
And there you have it.
And that's it, guys. That's Ariana Grande's ghost story. And that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Was that it?
Yeah.
She just kind of, so she phoned her friend and then the demon just decided to go.
Well, apparently, the only other thing that happened was her friend came over the next night and stayed over, and they woke up paralyzed. They just could not. It was like a night terror.
So sleep paralysis or whatever.
Yeah.
The both of them?
Just her friend.
Okay.
So the demon had already realized, like, you don't go near her. But her friend.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but
She was slim pickings.
yeah, I mean, this was an interview done that she spoke about this quite a few years ago, and they seem to want to get off that topic pretty quickly. So,
Really?
I mean,
wow.
if we get her on the show, however,
Yep.
she will spill that tea.
Hell yeah. Maybe not next week, guys, but soon enough.
Yeah, in a couple
We'll
weeks.
really try.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just loved the idea of Ariana Grande being a big demon and Ghosty
she's
fan.
just hanging out there. Well, her amazing part in Scream Queens. Did you watch Scream Queens?
No, I never got around to
She
watching
was
that
great in that. Scream Queens was brilliant, and I was so gutted when it got cancelled.
one. Yeah,
I really liked Scream Queens.
I need to watch that one.
Iconic.
Iconic,
Mhm.
really.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. Do you have another tidbit? A
Well,
little snacky?
I might do.
Oh.
I might have a little something.
Mm.
Little something
I
to
like-
close the show.
Oh, well, I've actually got another one. So.
So we have to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Right, well, do you know what?
Forever.
You go first then.
Oh, okay.
Because I would like to close the show.
Oh, okay. Well, seeing as last week I had a couple ridiculous.
Oh, here we go.
Ridiculous.
Here goes to the mad stories from around the world.
I've got one little cheeky folklore story for you.
Okay.
This is Hantu Tetek
All right.
from Malaysia.
Ooh.
So this is a spirit in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
Hantu Tetek
Yeah.
means breast ghost.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
So
Why is it always like, why do they always have such an extreme body part? Like
I
the
love
guy
it.
the other week with the bumhole eye
and then
and the woman with the
mouth.
smile.
Yep.
So what, now it's boobs?
Big old titties.
Fiery biscuits?
Absolutely massive fun bags.
Dirty pillows,
Dirty.
as Carrie's mum said. Put away your dirty pillows.
Massive lungs, mate.
Oh,
Pair of lungs.
pair of lungs. Jesus, okay.
So,
Go on.
Hantu Tetek is a scaled, wrinkled old woman with, as we said it, massive fun bags.
Oh my god. Okay, sure.
These are absolutely gigantic, apparently.
Right.
So she
And
finds...
attract a lot of hungry infants.
Well, no, she goes for a certain type.
Right.
She likes the young virgin males
Okay.
and kids as well if they're there.
Sure.
Like, right, cool. So what she does...
So a bit like Russell,
yeah.
the werewolf that we interviewed earlier.
Yeah. Thanks, Russell.
Thanks, Russell, for getting into us.
So, yeah, she finds young virgin males or kids,
Sure.
and she grabs them and suffocates them with her big old titties.
Okay.
So what she does is she grabs them and wraps them in her tits. That's how big they are.
Right.
So what she does, she either just kidnaps them, or she suffocates them,
Oh god.
and she also, because they're very heavy, she sometimes smashes her tits over their head and kills them.
Right.
So she's a big titty
You know,
lover.
all I can imagine is that woman that was in America who was slamming watermelons with her tits. Did you see that?
No, I
She was
did not.
basically smashing up watermelons with her boobs. It was so funny. So funny. It was like a watermelon smashing competition or something. And this woman came along with like huge boobs and basically was smashing watermelons.
Oh,
It
wow.
was brilliant.
Hantu?
That's all I can see in my head right now,
That was her.
which is weird because
She's like, I'm just
Yeah.
going to go over the pond for a bit for competition.
that's it.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
So-
Suffocate some kids apparently.
Yeah, well, I did read one thing that was what she liked to do was smother these kids with her boobs, but not kill them while their parents were actually searching for the kids. And the kids would scream out, but the titties would stop the noise from getting to the parents,
so
so they'd see them.
horrible.
Yeah. So she was all about the kidnapping kids.
Oh no.
But there's one weakness.
What was her problem?
She just likes having a bit of fun. I mean, that's the same with Shirime from last episode. All he did was show off his asshole
butthole.
eye.
Yeah, his eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, she has a weakness.
Sure.
She is afraid of women that bare their breasts.
Oh, so like if women just came up and like exposed themselves, she would be like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. I think this whole
I
thing...
mean, I get it.
Well, I think this was written by, like, some proper hetero males. They're like...
Sounds it.
Yeah, just get your tits out.
Like, hey, bro, let me see your fun bag.
Aye, that spirit's going to get you. Get your tits out.
Jesus.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's it.
Wow. Okay. Right. Okay.
Now,
Again, always with the body parts.
don't you wish that
There's
I was
always
closing?
Maybe. No, this story's wild.
Okay, I'm ready.
I mean, I've spoken to you about it before.
Mm-hmm.
You know this story.
Do I know?
Do you remember a man named Bill?
Oh, is it Billy?
It's Billy Boy,
A Billy boy.
Mr. Bill Ramsey.
Oh, here we go.
Links in with what I was talking about at the start of the episode, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wasn't going to talk about this because I kind of wanted to make it a whole thing, a whole episode, because I love this story. And it's my favourite case by none other than Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh, famous
Who-
from The Conjuring.
Yeah, you might have seen them in the Conjuring movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this guy, William Bill Ramsey. Well, he was known as Bill, but his actual name is William.
Right, Willie.
Yeah, so this was in somewhere down south in England, South End, I believe.
Mhm.
And basically, there was one night where, one day. Great start. It was an afternoon, and this is back when he was a kid, right? So there was no big deal. Like, he was just hanging out in his garden, just playing, just a normal kid, right?
Yeah, just throwing rocks at cats.
Yeah, well, probably.
Yeah, what you do.
Whatever. And basically, he felt. Stop. There I go. There I go again. Essentially, essentially.
Basically, essentially, Billy.
Yeah. So there was an icy chill.
Okay.
Cliche, I know. He
Mhm.
felt an icy chill come over his whole body.
Ooh.
And he basically was met by the smell of, like, vomiting.
Oh.
Like, well, not the smell of vomiting, the action, but the smell of vomit.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Sick.
Sorry about that, guys, if you're listening to my headphones. I know that's probably not going to be fun. Yeah. So, are you alright there?
And I'm back in the room.
He's back. So, he's back. See, I'm vomiting too. I thought of that. I could smell it now. Yeah. His mind started racing, basically, and all he could think about was the ocean for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was like he felt like he had to go run away to the ocean and live on a boat in the middle of the sea because he didn't want to be around anyone.
I've done that quite a few times.
Me too.
Mary's had to stop me.
Oh.
I'm like just about to go out of the house.
And
Go to the
then
ocean. Don't. Oh, God. Don't do it, Billy.
Please don't do it.
No. Did he do it?
He didn't, but his
Okay.
mind was also filled with wolves.
Okay.
Couldn't stop thinking about wolves
Oh.
for some reason.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
Okay, fast forwarding a bit to when he's an adult.
Wow.
He picked up a local teenage prostitute and drove her to Southend Police Station for her own safety. He was a nice guy.
Okay.
No, he was. He was just looking out for this girl, I guess. And
She didn't want to go?
she didn't want to go, but whatever, he took her.
Yeah.
He then demanded that he wanted to be locked up.
And
And the police were like, well, why?
yeah.
And turns out he wanted to be locked up for the safety of the public.
Okay.
But they looked through all his records and everything, and they was like, no, you haven't done anything, so we're not going
Yeah.
to just lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, demanding it. And the next thing, shit got real.
Okay.
He grabbed the duty sergeant, grabbed him by his throat, hoisted him into the air,
Oh.
held him up in the air, and then launched him across a car park.
Another situation of yeeting.
Literally yeet.
Yep. This bitch. Empty.
Yeah, pretty weird. And then
Yeah.
obviously a bunch of other police officers ran over and wanted to help, restrain him because he was kicking off.
Yep.
Something fierce. Literally fierce. They basically, all these men were getting thrown off. Like,
Just get-
witnesses described the way that he was throwing the men off as literally like he was pinging them off like matchsticks.
Ah, woo!
Yeah, madness. They eventually managed to sedate him after, it took about 6 men to restrain him.
Okay. That's a lot of people.
So yeah, he was obviously a strong boy.
A strong boy.
Strong guy. They put him into a cell
Mm-hmm.
in a police station. And you know what a police cell looks like in a police station? Like, there's a little window, but it's tiny.
Yeah.
He managed to fit his entire head and arm through that window.
Mate.
Somehow.
Stop.
I know, like,
Sit down.
literally the police were like, can you stop it? Like,
Yeah,
like,
please,
please
come
just
on.
get back in the cell. So yeah, he managed to fit his whole head and arm through this cell, and he was snarling and growling and barking
Oh, wow.
scratching at people. And countless witnesses saw this and they were a bit like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, I think there'd be a bit more
Is
than
he
just
alright?
like, whoa.
Bill, dude, calm down,
Chill.
man. You're all right. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then eventually they managed to sedate him once again.
Good.
They then had to phone firefighters
Oh.
to basically come and cut him out of the steel door because he couldn't get out, obviously, because he was stuck, but managed to get his whole head and arm through it.
I just wouldn't help him.
Yeah,
You got yourself in there.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to live there.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
that's
wear this door. Wear it. Literally, he wore the door.
it. Come on, Billy.
He was then sent to Runwell Hospital
Mm-hmm.
for a psychiatric examination.
Yeah.
But basically, during the evaluation, they couldn't think there was nothing wrong with him. Like, you know, but they decided that they were going to basically diagnose him with clinical lycanthropy, which
Okay.
is where people believe that they are an animal,
Oh.
which is a thing apparently. Genuine
Interesting.
like thing that you can be diagnosed with. It's like an imbalance in the brain. People
Oh.
believe that they are genuinely an animal.
Wow.
Don't hear about that often,
No.
but yeah, apparently it's a thing.
Sometimes thought I was a little kitty cat.
That's it.
Mhm.
And this is basically where Ed and Lorraine heard about it.
Oh.
So
here we
Ed at
come.
first was pretty skeptical because he was like, nah, like a werewolf, like are you joking? Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going out to England to speak to a werewolf. Like, the guy claims to be a werewolf. But they went out, they basically saw what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Ed later wrote a book about the case because
Oh.
he was so convinced of what he saw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Mm-hmm.
They then invited him to come back to America with them to go to this
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Come on, Billy.
They maybe did that after. They basically went to this church and performed an exorcism on him.
Okay.
And this is where it got pretty gnarly. So basically, they started the exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in front of countless witnesses. And Lorraine says that she witnesses with her own eyes as well. And she's seen a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Ed and Lorraine have obviously been to a lot of pretty nasty stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so they know about all the demons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They saw his ears physically start to point.
Nice.
The muscles on the back of his neck and shoulder started to grow. So
Okay.
his entire form started to change, basically. And his fingers kind of grew longer into like claws and stuff. And his top lip started to snarl up, and he started to snarl up, like curl up, and he started to like snarl and bark. Yeah, I know. It's mad. Eh?
Down, boy.
Down boy. Yeah. So they performed the exorcism, and basically he went on to live a pretty normal life after that.
It's like,
Um,
and I'm back.
So they came to the conclusion that he was basically possessed by the spirit of like a demonic animal.
Okay.
So a wolf, I guess. And I guess
Right.
that's maybe where the werewolf thing comes from,
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
you know. But one of the police officers at the station that night
Mhm.
took early retirement because they were so disturbed by what they actually saw.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Guy,
scary.
like, yeeting 6 police officers
Mhm.
off him and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd do the same.
I also missed a key part of the story when he was a kid.
Okay.
That once in front of his parents, he used to take like funny turns
Mm-hmm.
because he was pretty normal, but then he would take these turns where his parents would describe him as basically being animal-like.
Okay.
He once ripped a concrete bollard out of the ground and smashed it in front of his parents at like, I don't know, 8 years old. It
Ooh.
was pretty, like, so no, an 8-year-old can't really do that. So basically showed superhuman strength,
Yeah.
which is wild.
That is wild. God, I wish I had that.
So yeah, but Bill, he was just a normal dude, eh? Like, he kind of went on to live a normal life after that. I feel kind
Aw.
of bad for him, actually, eh? Because
Yeah.
like, the pictures that they used in the newspaper and stuff, it was like, the South End werewolf, and it was basically just a picture of him just kind of like...
Oh, yeah. Getting his
yeah,
shopping.
it's me, like, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, he went on to live a pretty normal life. Unwolf-like.
Yeah.
Bet if your sweats every time he looks out the window and there's a full moon there.
But not tonight.
Beads
Come
of
on.
sweat dripping off his forehead like, oh my god, I can't go through this again. So I mean, he's so
Sorry.
done with it. He's so over it.
That is wild.
So that's a pretty mad story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should look into it if you're more interested in that story, guys, because it's pretty crazy.
I
There's a
think-
lot of interviews with him on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And I haven't read his, Ed's book, but I would like to.
I think we should do a whole episode on some of the Warren stories. Cause I'm
Yeah,
sure there's
the Warrens are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, rest in peace though. Both of them, unfortunately, they both passed away.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I think Ed passed first, and then Lorraine passed not long after him.
Oh.
Sad.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, bless them.
Yeah.
Mad.
Well,
that's basically it. Are we done? Can we finish this?
I want to go to bed.
Yeah, me too. So can we just wrap this up so we can get the fuck out of here?
Right, I'll do this quick. Okay.
Yeah, come on, quick.
Right. As we did last week,
Mm-hmm.
we have an email address,
Yeah.
trickorT1@gmail.com.
One.
Which is where Thomas sent us a story. So thank you again, Thomas.
So if you got a spooky story that you want to share with us, guys, please send it in and we'll talk about it and probably take the piss out of it as well.
Yeah, slightly.
But you know what you're here for. You're not
Yeah.
here for serious ghost stories. You're here for a wee giggle, a wee chuckle, a wee laugh.
Hey,
You
having
know
a
what I
good
mean?
time.
And yeah, probably telling us, we'll tell you some stuff that will scare the shit out of you also.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like the idea of either telling a story that's happened to yourself,
Yeah.
or a friend, or like Thomas,
We
his
want to know
hometown.
about your guys' personal stories.
Yeah. So please send them in.
Yeah.
Also, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Hi. You can check us out there. And we are on many a platform.
Many platforms,
Spotify,
which is
Buzzsprout.
how you're probably listening to this right now.
Yeah. So hi.
Hi, and thanks.
Coming to you from Spotify. Or Buzzsprout.
Oh,
Or iTunes.
could be iTunes.
Could be.
But yeah, we just want to say thank you so much for all the reactions to last week's episode.
Yeah, it was great. Glad
It
people
was.
are enjoying it.
Yep. And yeah, we still want to grow. So if you have any
yeah.
suggestions,
Definitely.
just please let us know. And so the last thing I was going to say is, for right now, we're trying to get these out every 2 weeks.
Yeah. But we will eventually succumb to a more frequent uploading schedule, I guess.
Yeah, I think it just depends on if...
So probably weekly.
Yeah.
As opposed to every 2 weeks. It's a massive jump.
I mean, it just depends on if I can handle seeing you every
Yeah.
fucking week.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
not so sure about that.
So, yeah, fuck you, Drew.
Yeah, fuck off. Bye. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. I've actually got a numb penis from the way I was sitting.